Okay folks, this will be a tiny one. Sorry my hand's shaking already. Happens a lot these days. Let's see how we go with this one. Definitely going 400 for this. Going to add some contrast. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here a costume jewellery ring. So this is it. It's all bent. I got it second hand. It's all bent. It's a bit bent, a bit damaged, but we're going to put it on the glass and see what we can get out of it. Okay, out it comes. There we have it. Looks a bit dark. Wondering how we're going to make this look any good. Maybe we could lighten it a bit further, perhaps. It's only a small one, very small original. Wondering which one's the better one. That one looks better on that part, but the middle is a bit bright. So I'm going to think maybe overall this one's better because you can see more of that detail. So we just put that one aside. We use this as our master copy. Maybe darken it again a little bit. Gonna make this on the horizontal, we're gonna make it 360, and on the vertical we'll make it 240. Okay, time to remove our ring. I'm just going to chuck it on the windowsill where all the other stuff is. I've got to sort this. It's a bit messy. Really missing a loved one, folks, as you've probably heard me say on so many occasions. His name is Luigi, and I really love him, and I lost him doing stupid things when I was young, having stupid ideas, and now I'm paying the price. I'm trying to get my photocopier work on television, in the news, the primetime news, so he'll know it's me because of this, and he's into photocopiers as well, so I'll be able to get him to contact me when we get together. Now that looks interesting, but basically I really feel extremely lonely without him, and I'm trying my best to get my stuff out there, and it really hurts being without him. But I know I have competition on television with the likes of the coronavirus. because that's taking up most of the airtime, especially the what's the word? Prime time free to air, which is where I'm aiming my work to go. Of course, my work will go elsewhere, I'm hoping, but basically I have to get this stuff out there. Otherwise I'll never find him and I'll be lonely, I'll be heartbroken, I'll be gutted. I really miss him to pieces, I really do. I really miss Luigi. I don't want my foolishness to define the rest of my life, my past. I want to put the past behind me and him, and then we can start afresh. But until I get my stuff out there and until I get in touch with Luigi, I'm just going to be moping around really, really unhappy. I'm not happy with the things I did when I was young, and I just want to get rid of it. Try to correct what I did wrong as a youth. You got to be careful in life, folks, what decisions you make, especially when you're young. And I know a lot of young people are known to do stupid things like get drunk or take drugs, have orgies. I know an orgy sounds like something, wow, that's exciting, but believe you me, it's not something that you should aspire to get involved, especially in conjunction with drunken orgies. I mean, kids at my school, when I was a kid, when I was a teen, or a late childhood, when I was still 12, because when I was in year 7, I was still a 12-year-old. I didn't turn 13 until I was in year 8. So, but kids used to always talk about orgies, and they made jokes all the time about that sort of stuff. And basically, yeah, that sort of thing is glorified by a lot of people, and I think young people especially are prone to that kind of thought, that debauchery and sex and drugs and rock and roll. There's nothing wrong with rock and roll per se, but sex and drugs, well, sex is something I believe should be saved up to when you get married. And drugs, well, drugs are no good at all, except medicine. But anything that's not medicine is not good. I know that sounds a bit square and boring, but you're going to steer clear of a lot of problems if you can avoid these sorts of behaviours. You don't want to die of a drug overdose. You don't want to get infected with some kind of sexually transmitted disease, such as human HIV or any other disease that comes with sex, however less horrible that they are compared with HIV, if I'm correct. So you've got to think of your future, and and if you want to start a family, you got to stay alive. If you're going to be, you don't want to be a dead youth, So you got to think of the future. And I did some stupid things, but they were not intended or meant to be wrong. They were me trying to do the right thing without having enough information, as to what I was really doing, and I fucked up. No drugs or rock and roll, no sex. Yes, there was sexual. I got abused in a lot of my relationships, so you got to be careful. I was meant to be with Luigi, but anyway, that looks brilliant. I think now we can call it quits.